Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the Titanic. From its colossal size to the tragic iceberg encounter, here are 30 mind-blowing facts about this iconic ship. Let's get started. Fact 1. The Titanic now lies 12,600 feet underwater, nearly 2.5 miles beneath the ocean surface off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada. Fact 2. The iceberg that collided with the Titanic may have been an astonishing 100 feet above water, with the entire iceberg estimated to be between 200 and 400 feet long. Fact 3. Over half the people on board could have survived if all available lifeboat space was used. Unfortunately, the first lifeboat was released an hour after the iceberg struck. Fact 4. Milton Hershey, the man behind Hershey's chocolate, missed the Titanic voyage after writing a $300 check to reserve his stateroom due to business commitments. Fact 5. Only 3 of Titanic's 4 funnels worked. The 4th was for show and ventilation, adding a majestic aesthetic to the ship. Fact 6. The first lifeboat was released an hour after the iceberg struck, a delay that defied common safety practices. Fact 7. A specific bacteria named Halomonas titanica is slowly consuming the wreckage, forming rusticles on the hull of the Titanic. Fact 8. An estimated 100,000 people attended the Titanic's grand launch in Belfast on May 31, 1911. Fact 9. The Titanic carried 2,223 passengers and crew. Tragically, 1,517 did not survive the collision with the iceberg. Fact 10. The chief baker, Charles Jouin, reportedly treaded water for 2 hours before being rescued, thanks to the whiskey he consumed before the ship sank. Fact 11. The Titanic measured 882 feet and 9 inches in length, making it the biggest vessel of its time. Fact 12. The Titanic cost over $7 million to construct, taking 26 months and 3 million rivets to build the 26,000-ton, a combination of iron and steel. Fact 13. 20 horses were needed to transport the ship's main anchor, weighing 16 tons, 2 miles from the casting site to the train station in 1911. Fact 14. The Titanic's last lunch menu sold for tens of thousands of dollars in a 2015 auction, fetching $88,000. Fact 15. Only 23 of the 908 crew members on board were female. Unfortunately, 690, 3 male crew members went down with the ship. Fact 16. Less than a third of all people aboard the ship survived. Only 705 made it back home, with first-class guests having a higher survival rate. Fact 17. The temperature of the seawater was below freezing when the ship sank, reaching as cold as 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Fact 18. An astonishing 14,000 gallons of drinking water were consumed each day on the ship, distributed among the 2,223 people on board. Fact 19. The Titanic was equipped to carry 64 lifeboats, but only carried 20, and many of the lifeboats launched did not reach their full passenger capacity. Fact 20. There were 40,000 fresh eggs on the Titanic, roughly 3,333 dozens, most likely lost with the ship. Fact 20. 1. The iceberg made a 300-foot gash in the hull of the Titanic. Captain Edward Smith initially believed the ship had grazed over the top of the iceberg. Fact 22. It took over 7 decades to find the ship's ruins, discovered in 1985 by Dr. Robert D. Ballard and a team of researchers. Fact 23. First-class patrons enjoyed a heated swimming pool, delicacies at Parisian cafes, and an abundance of amenities. Fact 24. The Titanic had 20,000 bottles of beer, 1,500 bottles of wine, and 8,000 cigars on board, all available for first-class patrons. Fact 25. The iceberg was first spotted at 11:30 p.m. On April 14, an optical illusion caused by atmospheric conditions may have prevented its earlier detection. Fact 26. Only 28 people boarded the first lifeboat, which had the space to carry 65. The Titanic had the capacity for 64 lifeboats, but only 20 were on board. Fact 27. 13 couples aboard the Titanic were on their honeymoon, with newlyweds given preference for lifeboats. Fact 28. The youngest passenger on the Titanic was just 2 months old. Milvina Dean, the longest living survivor, passed away at the age of 97 in 2009. Fact 29. After the tragedy, 40,000 people in New York welcomed the 700 plus survivors transported by the Arms Carpathia. Fact 30. The Titanic story has been immortalized in 3 feature films: Titanic's 1953, A Night to Remember, 1958, and James Cameron's iconic In Titanic, 1997. There you have it, 30 astonishing facts about the Titanic. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay curious.